Hi everyone, my name is Justin Atherton. I'm the Peak Performance Consultant for Confidence Unchained. Today's training is on how to speak confidently in every interaction and stop undermining yourself. Now this is a very common thing that each of us does, and it's so common in fact that I believe that it's become unnoticed in our society. We talk with each other in ways that undermine the actions that we take or the actions that we want to take. And this is prevalent in your business life and in your personal life. And this undermining nature of how we speak to each other and about ourselves and the actions that we want to take can have ripple effects that we can't even add up or comprehend. When we're constantly undermining ourselves when we talk, it triggers that subconscious in the other person to think about us differently. We speak with a level of lack of certainty when we talk about the actions that we take or what we want to do in life, and it ends up affecting our own mentality in ourselves. So in essence, it affects how other people see us, and it affects how we see ourselves. So I'm here today to show you these different categories of words that we need to eliminate, or at least pay attention to their use, so we can speak more confidently and stop undermining ourselves. And this is in every type of interaction. It can be face-to-face communication. It could be in emails, text messages, negotiations, relationships. This is going to show up in every aspect of your life. So let's dive into this. Okay? First category is the most prevalent to me. They're called stop action verbs. Now what these verbs do, just what the name says, they stop action. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of these type of stop action verbs. All right, so the first one that stands out the most, and it's going to be very prevalent in our language that we use, is try. Now this is going to be available, or we have to notice it in all three tenses. Try, trying, tried. Okay? Start, plan, want, meant to, and one that's really showed up recently in some conversations I've had with people when they start using I'd love to. We'll get into that here in a minute. Love to. And this isn't an all-inclusive list. There might be others that show up, and I welcome you to put them down in the comments below if you see other words that match the stop action verb category here. So let's start with try. Trying implies failure. I think most of us have heard that statement before, and I believe it's true. And I think it's prevalent for all of the stop action verbs, is they all imply failure. All right? So let's throw in a couple examples here. So I'm going to try to eat better. I want to go on a diet. I plan on going to the gym. I'd love to have a better relationship with my spouse. Think about how each of those statements lacks 100% certainty. They're things you want to do, you'll try to do, you meant to do, you plan to do, but they don't have action behind them. And we have these conversations every day. I bet you had several of these conversations today about things you plan to do, or meant to do, or want to do, or love to do. And guess what? We've all made those statements. We've all talked to each other in that way. And we end up not taking those actions. So think about how those affect your life and the things you do and don't do. And we let each other get away with that type of language. So maybe after this training, you'll stop letting yourself get away with it and stop letting others get away with it as well. The most prevalent example I can give you for the stop action verbs is walk up to your spouse and tell them, I'll try to be faithful to you. How's that going to land? I want to be faithful. I plan to be faithful. Uh-oh, I'll start to be faithful. We're getting really bad now, right? We want a certain level of certainty, especially from that statement. I will be faithful to you. I am going to be faithful to you. So why do we accept it in other forms of communication? You know, when we want to get a negotiation done, I will give you this result. I am going to complete that task. How much more concrete does that statement land? Then we'll try to give you this result. I plan on completing that task. So again, these stop action verbs are very prevalent. And I challenge you to listen to yourself when you speak and listen to others around you when they speak and stop letting yourself get away with undermining yourself in this way. All right? So again, stop action verbs. Take note of these words because they're very prevalent in everyone's language. All right? We're going to move on to the next category of words.